is this your first time to come to Chongqing?
Yes, indeed. I think comes to me too late because I visited China more than 100 times for the past 28 years after Korea's normalization of diplomatic relationship with China. But although it was my first visit, I was really amazed to see the natural beauty, but also its dynamism and vibrancy of the city. And also, I see a lot of potential of Chongqing as a natural hub connecting Asia and Europe and beyond.
So which aspect is most impressive for you?
Well, even the scenery, which I saw last night, the night view was, to me, is more than what combines Hong Kong and Manhattan. I spent many years living in Manhattan, and also I visited Hong Kong many times, but the scenery I saw was much bigger scale combining two the most attractive cities as far as night view goes.
And you will participate in the Internet of Things and Smart City Forum. So what is your subject of your speech and what kind of insights and suggestions you're going to share with us?
Well, I'm going to discuss what future smart city should look like. Because although modern civilization has a lot of great things to bring benefits to the residents in larger cities, but we have also seen a lot of excesses, non-sustainable ways of life happening in big cities. So I don't blame big cities like Chongqing, but the symptoms we have from excessive, non-sustainable paradigms of industrial civilization has created unsustainability crisis on a global scale. And we need new model which will allow future cities more people-centric, nature-friendly, and technology-enabled. And we believe it can be done by making future cities small but networked. And then that way we can bring same benefits of current large cities I enjoy, but also with the same country-style lifestyle. Country-style lifestyle is important because that way we can still preserve community and family relationship intact, but bring the same benefits of urban civilization to rural areas. Then it means we don't have to dislocate people in rural areas, but create new, we call it next civilized city, combining ecology and also technology.
Now Chongqing is promoting the innovation-driven development strategy centered on big data and artificial intelligence. So how do you evaluate this development strategy?
It's very important because the benefits we have in future cities will start from home. Because if we turn our home to be smart home, connected by Internet of the Things, smart devices, most of the work can be done from home. And also most of the information, data, can be shared real time by the devices. For example, my medical information can be shared real time with my doctors. And then the doctors can give me warning to pay more attention to certain aspects of my lifestyle. So then we can do a much better job for prevention and also timely treatment. So I'm sure AI assisted and also smart devices connected, future smart homes will bring us a lot of benefits for future smart cities.
As we know, this Asia-Europe Cooperation Dialogue was held in Rome last year. This time, it was held in Chongqing. So what Chongqing's role will play in the future?
Well, I'm sure that the past glory of the Silk Road can be revived if we can build human-centric, nature-friendly, and technology-enabled future civilized cities along one belt, one road. And I think Rome and Chongqing will be two maybe starting points. And I think Chongqing has a lot of potential. And that way also Chongqing can make great contribution to the world to suggest a model, urban model, which other countries can follow. And then I think it will be a very effective way to lead the world through soft power.
As we know, you were the Under Secretary General of the United Nations. It seems like it's more protectionism and unilateralism in the world international communities. So in your opinion, how do you comment this?
Well, as former senior UN official, I share your concern. It's deeply disturbing to see the multilateralism is under stress and even sometimes under serious attack. Because if we look at the current world, we have more and more global challenges coming to us.
Yes.
So it means we need more global cooperation. We need more multilateralism. But if we are weakening multilateralism, how can we cope with these growing challenges coming to us? So it is high time for us to join hands in reviving, preserving, and strengthening multilateralism. And for that, I hope Chinese government and people will make a lot of contribution for the whole world.
Talking about the trade war between China and the US, do you have some perspective about that? Can you give us some of the fundamental ways to solve those problems?
My only hope, as a former UN official and also as a Korean, I strongly hope US and China will find the solution. Because it will put a lot of countries in a very difficult position, and also it will reduce the global benefits to be shared by the humanity. And Korea is the country sandwiched between US and China, because for Korea, US is most important country politically. China is the most important country economically, culturally, socially. So if we are caught in between, where Korea can go. So we only hope that US and China will find a solution. Not only for US and China, but also for the whole world.
And what is your perspective about international relationships? More peace or more conflict in the future?
Signs are troubling. Signs are not good because we have more conflicts, not less conflicts. And also, many of these conflicts are not being solved. So never before we have more than highest level humanitarian crisis going on at the same time, more than 4. Now we have about 15 conflicts ongoing, where highest level of humanitarian emergency is created as a side effect. So signs coming to us are really troubling. So that requires all the countries to work together, to cooperate, not to compete or to confront each other.
Final question. We know that Korea and Chongqing has a long relationship historically and economically. So in your opinion, what is the perspective about Korea and Chongqing's cooperation in the future?
I saw a lot of potential, and also I'm personally grateful to Chongqing City as a Korean, because I went to our last provisional government premise in Chongqing, and it was really touching and almost breaking my heart to see how difficult our leadership in exile were at the time in China. But they could survive with the help of the Chinese government and people. And also, I met Korean Consul General, although he is based in Chengdu, but also he covers Chongqing. And I heard from him that a lot of business is ongoing, involving most of our largest companies. And I think that the signs I'm seeing was very positive, much more than what I expected before I came in. So I can tell you that in the future relationship between Korea and Chongqing City, let alone business ties, but I think bound to grow in the future in more aspects of our lives.
Will you come to Chongqing soon as a Korean official or international diplomat?
That's what I told. What I asked Consul General. I want to have more opportunities in the future to visit, to come and see the beauty and also see the dynamism of your city.